Hey guys, and welcome to this video. It is Luke here and I'm coming at you with another top 5 reasons. This is a top 5 reasons why you should not move to Canada. Now, this is going to be followed by an equally balanced opinion on 5 reasons why you should move to Canada. So stick around to that. The link will be posted in the description, and please like the video if you enjoy. Please leave a comment with your thoughts and subscribe to the channel if you like this content. So without further ado guys, let's smash right into this. Number 1 guys is the weather. Now the weather here in Canada, if you want to escape winter, it is definitely not the place for you, let me tell you. People will tell you in Canada, they'll say, well, there's some mild places here and there. There's places like Windsor, there's places like Victoria, there's places like Vancouver, there's places like Osoyoos and Kelowna. And all these places are milder parts of Canada. In fact, Victoria is the mildest climate in Canada. But I'll tell you right now, I looked at the weather for Victoria before doing this video, and I mean, it's going to be going into negative temperatures in the daytime towards the latter part of the week. So is it really mild? I don't freaking think so. So if you want to avoid winter and avoid snow and avoid cold, you're simply not going to be able to do it within Canada. It just won't happen. And even if you avoid the snow, you'll most likely find that you're going to get tons and tons of rain. As a guy who came from England where it rains most of the winter too, I can tell you that rain is a heck of a lot worse than snow in my opinion. But guys, if you're looking for that California climate or whatever, you're not going to find it here in Canada, and it is a big negative. There just simply is no escaping winter within Canada. I don't care what you say. But yeah, winters in Canada can suck. Number 2 guys is the cost of living is insane in Canada. Now, it goes without saying that houses are expensive in literally every major city, but what you may not know is other things are really expensive too. Now, it's no secret that Canada has a long winter and a short growing season, so that makes growing food particularly tough. So that means most of the food is imported from south of the border, and that of course drives up the cost because transportation is involved and everything like that. And we can only expect this is going to rise in cost thanks to Justin Trudeau's miraculous plan to jack up gas prices 30% next year. If that happens, we will see a massive effect in the cost of our food. And not only that, when the Canadian dollar wanes, we also see the cost of our food go up. And likewise, when something goes up, it never seems to come back down. The Canadian dollar has been quite strong in the past 6 months, yet we've seen no reduction in the cost of food. Now, the other thing that you have to realize is property taxes are insanely expensive. They're the equivalent to council taxes in England and places in Europe. Auto insurance is incredibly expensive in Canada, and we'll get onto why in this video, don't you worry. And another thing is property insurance is incredibly expensive. In fact, just about everything is incredibly expensive when you compare it to places like Asia, South and Central America and Europe. And the reason for that is just Canada has a complete lack of competition, and basically it means there's no innovation or competition. Number 3 guys is housing prices are eye-watering in Canada. The Canadian culture is an amazing one, and it is one that really just took me by the head and smacked me against the wall when I came here, because I realized the culture was literally revolved around getting into unscrupulous amounts of debt. I mean, what kind of culture says, son, when you grow up, I want you to get in $1 million worth of debt? I mean, what the f? It's gone from ludicrous to just mania to lunacy to whatever you want to call it. People think $500,000 is cheap for a house. Home prices have bubbled to the point that it's like you're on a rubber dinghy with no paddles heading into a typhoon, and people have literally put everything on the line in Canada, just like what happened in the US in 2008. They got their pensions, they've got all kinds of things, and they're banking on real estate to provide for their future. And in my head, that just sounds ridiculous. As an investor myself and trying to see value in things, when you hear people say things like that and they're talking about illiquid assets like homes, it really doesn't make any sense from an investment perspective. I mean, especially when you're talking about your principal residence, which is where you live. It is not an investment, but many Canadians view just buying a home to live in it as an investment. And it's like, okay, so you're gonna sell that house, but then where you're gonna live, you're gonna have to pay for somewhere to live. It's no investment. I have just never seen anything like it, and I'll be totally honest with you guys. And even if you manage to buy a plastic covered, timber framed piece of Canadian gold, as soon as you walk in the door, expect to get a massive property tax bill from the city, expect maintenance costs to be through the roof, and expect your home insurance costs to be eye-watering. And at the end of the day, you'll just be sat there wondering, going, what the f did I do? But I'm so much into debt now, there's no turning back now. But yeah, guys, if you thought auto insurance was a stinging battle, just wait until you look at home insurance, because that is equally just, again, like the monopoly. Number 4, guys, is some of the worst drivers in the Western world, and definitely the worst drivers in North America. Canada should literally just abolish the driving test and let their parents teach their kids to drive. Oh wait, that is what they do. Canada is literally just full of drivers that are acting like they're driving around during a Grand Theft Auto game. The other day, I was driving down this highway in Calgary called Deerfoot Trail, and I literally saw nearly 3 accidents happen in front of me. And I was just thinking, since when did it become a requirement to drink and drive in Canada? I've driven through the whole of Canada and across the whole of Canada, and I can tell you, it doesn't matter where you are, what province you're in, there is somebody that is going to be doing something stupid on the roads and on a completely different planet. From Quebecers to overtaking you on bends doing 150 kilometers an hour, from people in Saskatchewan just falling asleep and weaving all over the place. They can't even keep it straight on a arrow straight road. There is no place you can go where you're not going to encounter bad drivers. Number 5, guys, tax to the hills. Now, tax system here is like something straight out of 100 years ago. It's modeled on the US system. It is a very weird tax system where you have to file your taxes each year and you have to pay an accountant as if you were like a self-employed person in the UK, for instance. But here you have to do it anyways. And I'm going to tell you a little story here, which may tell you a little bit on just how stupid the tax system is here in Canada. So basically, when we came to Canada, on the first full year that we've been in Canada, the government decided we're going to audit that guy. Brand new immigrant to the country, let's audit him. So yeah, I got audited and I got everything that I needed sent to the CRA. So all the documents they requested, everything, and the covering letter was all sent to them, and I was like, that's dealt with, I'll get a letter back and I will be good to go. Instead, like about 3 or 4 months later, I get a letter saying that I owe a shitload of money and I'm also gonna have to pay it back pretty sharpish because it was already including stuff like late payment fees and interest. And I was shocked by this. At the time, we were really struggling financially, and to be totally honest with you, we didn't have the money to pay it, so I had to do the Canadian thing, which was get a credit card, put it on credit, and luckily I managed to find a 0% one, so I wasn't paying big interest on it. I wasn't paying any interest, in fact. This debacle of going back and forth with the CRA continued for 3 years after the fact. And then we finally get to a point just at the end of last year where it went through an appeals process and everything, and basically they finally said, okay, we made a mistake, we're going to reassess and you're going to get paid back that money. And I still yet to see that money, and I don't know if I'll ever see that money, because quite frankly, when you send any money to the government, it just goes off into the abyss. You have no idea where it's going. Canada's tax system also totally favors employers over employees. If you have a business, it is so much better in Canada because you can write off literally everything, whereas if you work for a business, you get screwed whilst the company can write off literally everything, which kind of sucks. It is a tax system and everywhere has one of them. So anyway guys, if you liked the video, please smash that like button. Please leave a comment below and subscribe to the channel. We will be coming back in a week or so with a top 5 reasons why you should move to Canada. That is not to be missed. And I'm also hopefully going to be filming the part 2 of the Journey to Canada video that I have posted on my channel. So I will see you in the next video guys. Peace and love as always. Take care and stay safe. Bye.